Hey, we're going to do this new. I'm going to tell you what, we're going to start all over here. And this is Big Steve on the BSA, the Big Steve's America. And I've got a little something as being a citizen taxpayer of Iowa, the fine state of Iowa. We want to thank Miss Ernst and those others that have led this state in a way that has just been totally awesome and keeping it on top of the list of states that are awesome to be in the United States. This is God's country. We built it, and they have come, and they are coming. So keep going, y'all. I have just something I want to voice my opinion on, though. I have friends. I have friends that have wives from other countries. I have friends that are from other countries that have come here legally, went through the program, cost them thousands of dollars to get them through the program, and years to get their spouses, their family members, sons and daughters into this country so they can be secure and know that they are a part of the decision-making process and a citizen of the United States of America. Now, I have come to see in certain areas of what the internet can bring to us that we have a person now, as of yesterday, September 30th, in Des Moines, a superintendent of schools in Des Moines, who is an illegal alien or migrant. I don't care what you call him. He's illegal. Lied on his paperwork to get his job, was convicted of an unable to own gun conviction, and was still hired by the school board to do a job. Okay? Literally lying on his application, lying with his social security card, lying with his driver's license and ID. Okay? So he was not truthful in what he did and said. And now I look and I see where people are protesting that this is wrong, to take and deport this man from our country. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm having a little bit of a hard time with the way we stand up for criminals and crime anyway. Not that I'm a perfect man, and not that I come from a perfect world. And the people that have been able to let me have the privilege of standing on the same soil and enjoy them as being a part of my life has also experienced. But with those experiences, I know they've done their time. And I am very proud to say of many, many, many of us, of the things that we have caused, the trouble we have caused. We have paid our time and gave it to the Lord to make us new men, and that's what we have been. The changes have come. I am proud to say that about 10 years of my life, I drank it away. July 14th, 7 p.m., 1988 is the last drink I had. I'm proud to tell you that. There was two important dates in my life, and one was in 79 over the winter time, probably more into April, May. And then in 2001 and 2, it was more 2. I think it was just after 1. No? Yeah, because we were married in 03. That was another great date in my life. Another date is April, I believe it was the month of April of 2000, when the Lord took cigarette smoking finally away from my life. The last of my great health concerns. And I just say my great ones. There's a whole herd of other ones, but I'm going to tell you what, we're working on them, but not got the answer yet. In 1979, March, My mama brought home a Bible. 30 days later, this son asked the Lord to come into his heart and change my life, all my life. Over the years, I found out that there's Davidisms that move in. Gus, Jim, I'd like to thank you for helping me point these things out to myself and being used by the Lord. But I found out over these years that the law is the law. There was one philosophy a lot of people probably, don't really look at, but I was once taught that, hey, you can cause all the trouble you want to, boy. But remember, when you're caught, own up to it. Own up to it. Try to keep your word the best you can. And I talk a lot about a cowboy way, cowboy state of mind. But I think the Lord's the one who gave him that state of mind, because it's always to uphold friendships, what's right, and hard work. But these are the things I see gone. And it's leading in. I'm going to stop that right there and just leave that as being the foundation of building this on. Because people come here to our country and they feel that they can do whatever they want to do, break laws, do whatever it is, and we are to overlook them. And I know there's only a few, but it's still happening. And these people are coming over the borders. They're coming in everywhere. They get a hold of firearms. They shoot people. They cause these kinds of troubles. And we would rather let them run the street and take a good man, a man who is honest, full of integrity, and would take and defend his home and his family to the death, and blame him for whatever it is because a man walked in his door with a firearm to do harm to his family, and this man who is the prior to the home has decided to defend those people immediately. And we send him to prison because he's defending his family, his space of life, where somebody else forgot to ring the doorbell. We have convicted felons, and this is also citizen felons, people who are citizens of our country, okay? And this is not political, so stay away from politics with this argument. But we have convicted felons, people that have been convicted of gun crimes, of knife crimes, knives. We don't even bring up knives as being a weapon of choice. If somebody wants to be quiet and let somebody know something's going on, they sneak up on them in their bedroom and stab them to death. We don't bring that up. We don't blame anything but a gun. We don't blame a man because of his warped mind and the part of what is took and broke that needs to be fixed, that none of us in this planet can fix. Only one person can, and that's the God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, that shed his blood. And while we were yet still sinners, he gave his life for us so he could make that change. It's our heart. Our heart is desperately wicked. The only thing that can fix our heart is to sit down and accept what Jesus Christ is and live by the laws of the land that are true to the living God. That's the only way. I don't care if you believe it or not. It's the only way. The proof is in the pudding. It's all been there. And this is the thing that bothers me the most. We have a man here that couldn't even live by the law. He is now caught. He was convicted for having an illegal firearm. They got rid of it. Now he's caught with another. I don't care if he's a hunter or not. He should have went through the magistrate, went through the process of law and had it overturned so he could take and properly, lawfully own those firearms in our country. That he could be labeled and known by everyone as a citizen of the United States. Do you not know, in order to be in the United States, it is the law that you identify who you are upon request? You don't have to tell me your full name, but you need to be able to produce that you are a citizen of the United States to certain individuals by law. If you're pulled over by a police officer, yes, and driving is not a right. Driving is a privilege. Or I should say, possessing a driver's license is not a right. It's a privilege. You can learn to ride a horse. That ain't nothing but a thing. You can learn to get in and shoot at the buck in the buck and shoot and let that horse take you where you want it to go. That ain't nothing but a thing. We don't complain about cars being used as weapons when you have a drink or two and you get behind the wheel. We don't complain. All I'm saying is why is it so difficult for us to see that these people need to be stopped? Because they're here to take and overthrow what we believe. And what this republic was established on. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Not just because you don't like it, because somebody was a teenage kid in a locker room and talking about gals. And if you haven't done it, prove it. We don't stand upon morality anymore. We stand upon what hurts. Oh, he said something wrong about my nose. He said it was too long. Oh, well, don't cut it off. Just look at him and say, hey, you don't like to talk to me because I got a long nose? His loss. How you doing, dude? What's happening? What happened to that part of America? But what I'm here to say is we need to have these laws. We need to know who's coming here. We need to uphold what we know is right. I guarantee you everything that you and I think is right will measure under the standard that we have been given to make life right, so we don't have to go through all the hoopla. You say violence, murder. Thou shalt not murder. Oh, wow. Huh. And then you say, that guy stole this from me. Whoa, hold it. You shall not steal. That guy over there, man, I left her because she's a dink. She was messing around with him while she was married to me. Oh, don't cover your friend's gal. Don't covet her. Gosh. Don't mean to be rude, but it's all pointing to that's what life is all about. And some of you tell me, well, God ain't right half of the time anyway. But you still govern your life over those laws as being right or wrong. And if you tell me you don't, I want to come home and please leave a $20 bill on your dining room table because I want to put it on my pocket in my pocket. And when I walk out your door, don't come up to me and try to beat me to a pulp because I stole your $20 bill. Give me directions to the nearest Chinese restaurant while you're handing your wife the keys. There are standards in this country. If you're not here legally, you've broken the law. Period. There's no ifs, ands, and justice about it. And if you're legally is asylum or whatever it is, if you're not here legally, you've broken the law. That's all I wanted to say, because for you people in Iowa, it's kind of a shame to see that you would stand behind a lawbreaker and try to make that person say the monument for you to move forward with. And there's others too. And it really hurts. Thank you for letting me voice my opinion. I'm going to put this thing on review here so you can view it. And I want to thank you for just being willing to sit here if you agree with anything I've said or not and listen. Because to have you sit here and listen and not agree with me proves that you're searching for something. Amen. Thank you. Good day.